Lesson 8. MEP functionality on the boards. Project drawings. In an architectural environment, the side navigator has the graphics tables node. Here various types of tables will be reported, if generated. In particular, it will be possible to consult floor plans, sections, elevations, isonometries, CAD drawings. Although we are proceeding in an architectural environment, on these tables it is also possible to obtain information regarding the MEP objects included in the project. Furthermore, from the 2D graphics section of the drawing menu it is possible to select for the insertion of labels and legends to be associated to the MEP entities, so that they are support for consulting the project being created. Plants are among the available graphic tables. From any level view in the architectural environment, a menu is available to select the option to generate a floor plan. At the first click, the plant identification icon is displayed. With the second click it is fixed at a point and a dialog window opens for setting the offset and title. The table is thus created and added to the Navigator plant group. For a plant it is possible to manage the visibility of certain types of objects that belong to it, including MEP entities. The Properties toolbox on the right consists of two sections, Properties and Graphics. In the Graphics section there is the MEP group from which it will be possible to manage the visibility on the plant of the entities of the plant category. The first available field is Systems Coloration. This allows you to choose the coloration to assign to the MEP entities present on the plant. For example, layers, system, or material type, to obtain, respectively, the coloring of the layer, the color chosen for the system to which they have been assigned or that of the material of which they are composed. In the following subsection, Visible Entities, you can include entities below the section and above the section in the plan view. Furthermore, for both, an intensity level can be set for the visibility, in order to make their representation on the table more or less intense. The Properties section of the toolbox, on the other hand, offers the possibility to manage some generic settings of the selected table, such as the title to assign a name, the progressive numbering of the chosen graphic table and the scale to choose the scale factor for the floor plan. The sections is also another type of tables. A new section table can be generated if you access the architectural menu from a level view in the architectural environment. With a first click, the starting point of the section is fixed, the section line is drawn as you want it to be generated, and with the second click it is fixed. After drawing it, you can easily change the orientation and position of the section line using the features available when selected. The table will automatically be created and added to the sections group of the navigator, from where it will be possible to open it for viewing. Any MEP objects included in the generated section will in turn be displayed in the section. If a section table is opened, the Properties and Graphics sections are available in the relative toolbox on the right, for managing the display aspects, similar to what we have seen in the case of a floor plan. Legends. From the Legends section of the drawing menu, among the 2D graphics options, it is possible to select various types of information legends. In particular, with regard to the MEP category, the options MEP Objects Legend, MEP Systems Legend and MEP Symbols Legend are available. If you choose to insert a MEP Object Legend, the first click on the table opens a configuration window, called Insert MEP Objects Legend. From this window it is necessary to select the type of object for which to create a new legend or, alternatively, to choose one of the predefined models. The customization of the legend can be carried out both in this phase and after its generation, by selecting it and choosing the Edit option by right button or from the ribbon at the top. From here the structure of the table representing the legend that is being generated is managed. It is possible to add or delete a column from the legend, choose between a text or image column, move a selected column before or after its current position in the table. Furthermore, for each column of text, it will be possible to Set the style of the text it contains. Modify its title or description to support the information reported. Select the Variables option displays a list of parameters. And group by category. In the case of an image column, you can also choose the view and the size of the image that will then be added to the table. To insert a new legend of MEP objects, it is necessary to choose between the options New Empty Legend and Default Legend, both associated with a drop-down menu from which to select the specific type of object for which to generate the legend. The types are listed in alphabetical order and include all the categories of MEP objects available, both in the Mechanical Systems group and in the Electrical Systems group. If you choose to insert a predefined legend, you will get a table which, in general, will show a description column, possibly a second image type column with the representation of the entity and a dimension or characteristics column based on the chosen type. The Properties Toolbox, for managing some of the characteristics, is also available for legends too. The first available field is Update, from which to set whether any changes or additions to the project entities will be recorded in automatic or manually in the legend. From the Width field, or by using the gray circle, you can change the width of the table. Then we have various text formatting options. The Structure and Data section that allows you to choose whether to insert all the entities of the selected category present in the table, or only those belonging to the table where the legend has been inserted. By enabling the Apply Filter field, you can set a filter condition using the Edit Filter tool. With this method you can provide a search condition that excludes certain entities from the legend, in favor of those that satisfy the selection criteria. The MEP Plant Legend consists of a table that shows all the plants envisaged for the project in question, as provided for in the plants list. The table in fact consists of 4 columns: Color, which indicates the color chosen for each system; Name, that shows the name assigned to the system; Type, specifies the type of system; and Flow, clarifies the type of system flow, whether if delivery or return. The rows of the table will be as many as there are plants belonging to the project in question, including the double type of flow for plants present by default in the plant list. The order in the table for the systems is alphabetical and intrinsically divided into the 2 categories, mechanical systems first and electrical systems after. For this type of legend, the fields Plant and Typology are also available in the Properties Toolbox, which strictly concern the elements included in the table too. In particular, the first allows you to choose whether to include all the systems belonging to the project or only those visible, considering among these, those present on the selected table and, at the same time, not hidden from visibility by the appropriate section of the design bar. The second, on the other hand, enables the choice of the type of systems to be included, or only mechanical, or only electrical. On the other hand, by inserting an MEP symbol legend, a table is obtained that shows all the symbols provided for the MEP entities present on the table on which one is working and a corresponding short descriptive caption for each. The symbols are associated with the MEP objects in the plant environment, from the symbol field of the Properties Toolbox. You choose the symbol from those available in the library, then you can manage its scale dimensions from the Scale Factor field, delete or modify the selected symbol. Alternatively, the symbol can be assigned by opening the Project BIM Object Library editor and from here using the same functions seen in the symbol field. By assigning a symbol to an object from the element editor, the association is made more widely for the type of entity in the library instead of exclusively for the object selected on the table. Therefore, the same symbol will also be associated with other objects of the same type arranged on the table. However, given a typology to which a library symbol has been assigned, a different symbol can be assigned to the single object of that category, proceeding to its assignment from the Symbology section. By default, the legend lists all the symbols available on the table in alphabetical order. From the Entity Type field you can choose to change this setting, possibly reporting only those for the mechanical or electrical type. The various graphic settings of the legend can be managed from the Properties toolbox. Labels. On the level views, in the MEP or architectural environment, it is possible to associate labels, with specific information, to the objects of the MEP group. From the Drawing menu, in the 2D Graphics section there are the Labels options, with the MEP Label and Mep Symbol Label tools. The insertion of a label is facilitated by the identification of intersection points on the table for its correct positioning. Based on the type chosen, the expected properties and the particular object to which it is applied, the content of the label will be variable but generally informative. Once inserted, the label will have its own positioning point, sensitive to the type of object identified, to which a box containing the expected information, of a textual or symbolic type, is connected. By selecting a label added to the template, the usual moving and resizing features are available. In addition, from the Properties toolbox it is possible to manage various graphic aspects for the label object, such as the shape or the reference symbol. The check in correspondence of the field reference visibility, if inserted, makes visible the possible reference symbol chosen for the label, while it is hidden if the field is not checked. Similarly to what happens for MEP objects, a label added in the MEP environment will be found in a similar position in the architectural one, but for most of its properties any possibility of modification will be precluded in this environment. Similarly, a label added from the architectural environment will be present in association with the same object in the corresponding level view in the MEP environment, although it is not possible to select it here to make changes of any kind. By choosing to insert a MEP label, a box will be arranged containing descriptive notes for the particular MEP object to which it is applied. The text shown in the label can be customized by enabling the configuration window from the related field in the Properties toolbox. The information shown is chosen from the Variables menu and may concern generic characteristics of the MEP object, its geometry, materials, technical data, etc. Each property is represented in this phase by an identification code. You can choose font, size, and color for the text, as well as provide for the division into paragraphs for the various data that you may want to include. At the end of the settings, the MEP label assigned to a particular object now reports in full the properties previously identified in code, faithfully to the characteristics provided for that object. The same window for editing the label text can also be enabled using the Edit Text command available in the upper toolbar. The Label All command, on the other hand, arranges a list from which to select one of the proposed alternatives and thus label, according to the settings provided in Edit for the label, all the MEP objects present on the drawing, without distinction of category, or the elements belonging to one of the proposed typologies, therefore all the pipes, all the fittings, the accessories, or the equipment, terminals and devices. An MEP symbol label applied to an object on the table includes a graphic sign representation, if any, for the entity to which it is assigned. It is possible to assign a symbol to each MEP object individually, chosen from those available in the library, by proceeding from the appropriate fields in the Symbology section of the toolbox. Alternatively, the symbol can be assigned, in a broader sense, to the type of entity in the library, therefore not to the single object selected on the table, from the symbol field in the Element Editor window. The graphic sign shown in the MEP symbol label associated with an object, therefore, corresponds to the symbol chosen for that category of entity or, specifically, for the single object. By opening the label editing window, from the text field of the toolbox or from the Edit Text command present in the upper toolbar, it is possible to select other properties to be reported in the label from the Variables menu, together with the representation of the symbol. In addition, the Label All command is available. Selecting it, a message appears on the screen asking whether to label only the entities with active visibility or all indistinctly. The activation of the visibility of the symbol is to be attributed to the insertion of the check in correspondence of the Draw Symbol field in the MEP Entity Properties toolbox. If you choose the Yes option from the message on the screen, the labels will be automatically added to all the MEP objects to which a symbol has been associated, and at the same time a check has been made in the Draw Symbol field. If the No option is selected from the message, symbol labels will be associated with all entities to which a symbol has been associated, even if the Draw Symbol option is not enabled.